So, we have got Tier 2 Brazil here, and I don't know how I've managed to get Tier 2, but, you know, it is what it is, and we'll see what happens. Now we have a Mercedes of Pokemon Jakob, I think, going out first, so let's see how this happens. As mentioned, you know, my wheel is broken, so I cannot tell you what is a good lap, because I have no clue, honestly. So we'll just see what happens as it goes. Okay, so as they're on their outlap, we'll watch that outlap. We have Brown Wolf, Jakob, Tasty, Mac, and Jake out. Now, and Harley. Now, you see, for my homies out there, we want the alphas to win, don't we? Okay, now, if anyone's watching, please tell me if all the settings are correct. Everything's fine. Okay, who's on a lap? Alright, we have Jakob went across the line first, we'll watch him. Oh, he's invalidated. We'll watch Tasty. Yeah, we'll watch Tasty. Okay, so he comes up to this corner. He could get a bit tight there, but in all fairness, not a bad line through there. As he hooks up the apex there. Wants to go down to second, goes a bit wide, gonna lose a fair bit of time there by going out wide. Down to third, bit wide there. This isn't a best of laps, but it's still reasonable. Probably would get him through. As he comes down the main straight, pit straight, whatever you call it, I don't know. Opens DRS and crosses the line with a 1:09.5. Fastest time we've seen as we switch to Mac. Crossing the line 1:06.4. These are the times I want to see from Tier 2. Jake gets a 1:07.3. And who crossed the line next is going to be Harley and Hitman doing a drag. Oh wait, Harley's gone into the pits, but Hitman crossed the line 1:07.2. I'm sure that's not his real pace, but reasons to beat. Now, see the championship leader as he had a spin. Matty, hey. Alright, so let's watch the championship leader on a lap. Oh, he's not even gonna do one. He's just gonna stop. Alright, well, cheers, lad. Who's next across the line? It will be the Mercedes of Jakob. If he hasn't, it will be the Mercedes of Jakob. He crossed the line and he does a 1:06.7, puts him up into second. Pretty reasonable time there. As who's next over the line? I don't even know who is next over the line. Tasty was next, improves by 2 tenths, still not enough. Next over the line is Jake, who is continuing his lap, is down on his time, which is not looking promising from him, but I think he was just recharging his ERS, getting ready to go. Brown Wolf, 1:06.8 puts him up into third. Trying to see Shane coming across the line, looking like a decent time. 1:08.2 puts him into 8th. You know, this quality session isn't about the fastest of times, it's just about avoiding just one position. Just don't crash out and you should be fine, let's be honest. The line gets a even slower time. Absolutely rapido. Hello, Mac. Hello, hello. How are you doing? Who's next over the line? Is it going to be Harley? No, Harley's going to go on his lap. No, it's Jake next. This is so confusing. No, Jake is coming into the pits. He is not going to do it. Let's take a ride along with my six in this. Coming up to the last sector. It's raining. Oh no. Oh, when is it raining, Mac? Now, if you didn't know, Mac is in an esports team, so if he doesn't, it's a bit of a disappointment, isn't it? Bit of a disappointment. I'm joking. I'm just gonna do a Westy to you. Cause every time Westy looked at me, he would bring up the fact that I'm in an esports team. It's not really fair, but hello, Chaos. Hello, hello. My six goes 12th of that time. It is looking pretty close here for a lot of these times. Like from 2nd to 5th, separated by just over 2 tenths. From 6th to 9th, separated by just under 3 tenths. No, the Astons aren't looking the best here, are they? We would get used to Hitman being all the way up there, and I've missed that. Matty has gone 4th, 106.9. If you want it, oh what, it's gonna keep on, it's gonna rain like the entire time, well, that's fun. What is the race looking like? Anyway, let's go on a lap with Sammy, the tier mixed moderator, you know, where we're going to be expecting some big things from him. You know, the Red Bull, you know, Red Bull last season tier 2, me and Harvey Allen, you know, the absolute beast at Red Bull. Oh, it's raining now. Oh no, Sammy, what have you done, lad? What have you done? Just get across the line. Kieran's not going to do a better lap than you. He hasn't even come out. So just get across the line, Sammy. That's fine. You can probably do it in reverse and still get through. But anyway, let's look at Sammy's spin, maybe. Let's look at Sammy's spin. Mac, you're looking pretty good, you know. 3 tenths gap. Looking sorted, lad. Looking sorted. Now, last time we had a wet race, so we haven't seen any dry running. It was actually wet qualifying as well, so we've barely seen any dry running for this entire both tiers. So it'll be interesting to see how that plans out. Hello, Kieran. Hello. As Sammy crosses the line, goes into 15th. Wouldn't expect much more. It is raining. It's getting a bit damp on track. Now, if everyone just wants to retire, you know, you can save us 8 minutes 40. So, please just retire. No one's going to improve now. It's raining. No one's going to improve. But yeah, as we see Harley on a lap, let's watch him just down by half a tenth. Coming into the third and final sector, down by almost 2 tenths. It is looking like the weather is going to affect this. Jakob retires in the pits, Harley coming into the pits, probably going to retire now. Kieran Froome, he's on a lap. Let's watch Kieran. Now, I would expect him to just not be on the pace at all. Mac, what do you mean race with VRA? You crashed out after 1 lap, lad. Okay, Kieran coming up on the final straight. He's going to start his lap now. Not that I think it's going to be anywhere near on the pace, and I think we're going to have our top 15 now, and it's not going to change. The Haasmeister, you know, the only good Haas here, Kieran Froome. I hope Matty's watching this. I hope Matty's watching this, because I will be ripping into him the entire time. He is watching it. Hello, Matty. Hello. The only good Haas we are watching right now. Coming round this corner, going to want to hug the apex, but still go a bit wide there to carry more speed. Touch that apex, want to go down into second here. It's looking like a pretty good lap. If only as it was fully dry, maybe he will. You know, maybe he'll beat Sammy's 109.1. I would doubt it, but it is possible. Depends if he does with Leclerc. Alright, coming round the final corner, you don't want to be absolutely going over that curve like mad there. I would suggest that he is going to go out, and he has invalidated all hopes of him getting through. And wait, would he? It would have been close to him getting through if he didn't like ride that grass out. I reckon he might have got through, but no way. This is looking just not a good enough lap, and the track is just not going to get better now. So he is going to slow down as Michaela comes out. It's just on softs for some reason. Do not know why. Now this is just, hold on. Hey, I'm back. I don't know why, but for some reason whenever I try and stream, my dog barks, and he is doing it again. Oh, excuse me. Okay, I think he stopped. And I don't know why they're not retiring Chaos. And Matty, my dog, he's better than a girlfriend, not gonna lie. And guess what my dog doesn't make me do? Miss a commentary stream, eh? Now Michaela gets out of the way for Kieran. Probably not the way you want to. Your tyres aren't going to be the best after you go off track there. Now if Shane, Michaela, Sammy and Kieran all want to retire, it will save us 4 minutes. If they don't, then they don't have to, you know, it's not in the rules or anything, but it would be nice if they would. Kieran is 10 up on this time. Still nowhere near close to getting through. Still 10 seconds off the pace, and you can really tell the track. Oh! Pardon? How has he not crashed out of there? That is insane. Oh, he has not crashed out. DRS has been disabled. It is truly into his weathers now. If these last guys, but how did he not? How did he not crash out there? That is insane. But yeah, if Sammy and Kieran want to retire, it would be very helpful. Don't know if they're watching. Let's hope they're watching so they can hear me. Kieran, thank you, Kieran. Sammy, I swear, can you just retire, lad? Oh, thank you, Sammy. Thank you. Alright, so that is Q1 over. We have Mac leading the way with Jakob, Brownwolf, Matty, Walken, Evo, Rambo, Hitman, Jake, Lewis, Harley, Shane, Tasty, My6, and Sammy all competing in Q2, and unfortunately the lonely Kieran Froome, the only one not got through, with a truly blistering pace of a 1 minute 29.986. Wow. Blistering. Anyone have any predictions for who is going to get pole today? Pop it into the chat, and Let's get some interaction here going, lads. Let's get some interaction. And update, Drizzy, if anyone knows him, he's just followed me. I am very, very, very proud. I can finally tell my parents I have made it. Anyway, this is going to be wet Q2 and Q3. I'm sure we will see a lot of spin. And a pretty fun time. Let's get the telemetry up, and now we will actually start. Because last session, it wasn't really worth it. You know, it wasn't worth it. But this session, 5 people are going to go out. From 11th to 15th. And we will see who that is going to be. As we have Walkin going out first. So we will follow him on a lap. As Mac wants Hitman to something bin it. And Chaos is obviously happy, just like me, that Trizzy has followed me. My true goat, my true saviour. I am proud. Alright, for walking, I don't know how to do a lap in the wet, because I have, back when the game came out, I did do a few laps of Brazil. I do have a time down, so I know the lines and such to take. I have no clue about the wet, so we'll see what a good lap is, and how fast it is. Oh, as he almost spins it, I'm sure we'll see a lot of spins coming out of that corner. It's quite a hard one to do. As Sully wants Jakob to win, a bit of teammate love there. Now, all I can say is Jake will win. My money's on Jake. Jake, don't let me down. As Walkin wants to hug this tarmac, which is the right line to do. Brake locks up a bit, but hits the apex nicely. Wants to cut back in on that apex. Could probably do that a bit faster. I'm not really sure though. As you are going flat out to the floor, up to corner 4 or 5, I don't know. Breaking that around 70, hugging the apex, wants to get the power down as fast as you can, coming out of here, going up here. Oh, as someone has spun it, Tasty has spun it. You want to go wide, but still hug the apex there. You want to just get the power down. Don't invalidate there, it's quite easy to invalidate. You want to go up into third, back down to second sometimes. He's going to stay in third. So you're coming up to this corner, you want to be careful with the throttle out of this corner, as it is easy to spin. As we saw Walking almost doing its out lap, he does not do here. As he's coming up to the final proper corner. Wants to short shift, flat out to the floor, coming up to the finishing line. It looks like a pretty decent lap from Walking. We'll see as he crosses the line. Hugs the pit lane wall, so as he does a 1:15.1. Mac does a 1:15.2, so it looks like a pretty decent time as My6 crosses the line. Does a 1:17.3. We see Jake, as we see Jake invalidated, of course he did. Brownwolf does a 1:15.9, and Shane does a 16.6. Jakob does a 1:15.9, as we see Tasty having another off. Don't know what's happening to his car. You see Evo coming up to the finish line on his out lap, so that doesn't matter. So we see Hitman on his lap coming across the finish line, going to do a 1:15.8, puts him up into P3. Time to beat is a 1:15 from Walking. Next across the line will be a certain who's that? Whose car is that? It's a Williams of Mac. He is a half attempt down. See if he gains any of that as he crosses the finish line. It looks like he's going to give up on this lap. So it's Walking back on another lap. No, he's given up as well. So we see Jake next across the line, as he does a 1:16.1% into 6th. Not the time he will want to be looking at. Still think he will probably be safe. Next across the line will be Matty. No, he's on his out lap. Across the line will be My6, 18 seconds down. Not the fastest there. Next will be who's gonna Brian will cross the line, does not improve. Harley about to cross the line, doing a 1:16.6. Alpha team looking like they are struggling here. Rambo crossed the line, 1:16.3. So we have Lewis, no not Lewis, Evo crossing the line, invalidated once again. Going down to turn 1, Tasty just in the middle of the track. No, oh, he's crashed out. Is that DRS enabled? Wow, we're going back onto softs. Did not expect that. DRS has been enabled now, as Tasty has crashed out. Not the best showing of pace from him, as Kieran wants Matty. Matty go and good luck. We do not want to see that. We want to hate Matty. Matty bad. Matty bad. Matty surely comes into the pits here, as he saw DRS has been enabled, so soft is the way to go. The way to get the faster time here. He's going to come into the pits. Not, he's going to stick it on the inters, as he goes 6th on the inters. May as well stick out the lap. I would have come into the pits, just, you know, it says DRS enabled. Softs are the way to go, as Lewis is the first person going to be on the soft. We'll follow him round his lap as he comes up to the final corner. We'll see what he can do. I'm expecting 3 purple sectors. Oh, as Harley spins out and has a bit of a dangerous entry to track. Not the best display from him there. Should be doing better. As Lewis comes across the line, starting his lap. He is starting his lap. But alright, there we go. So he goes down into 3rd, wants to absolutely slingshot this corner. You can not take as much track as you can cut that curve a lot more. Activated DRS, 7th gear, 8th gear, flat out, up to here, want to break around 50 meters, fling it into the corner, flat out through here, as you want to just get as much power as you can. Like I said, you want to go wide here, still get the apex over, go as wide as you can here, try not to invalidate, which he's been lucky not to. He has invalidated there, however. Matty, is he coming into the pits? No, he was the one waiting. No, he isn't. He's just up the road. Surely he is going to come into the pits now, as it's not raining in the slightest. You have Walking, you have Jake on the mediums, ready to go, trying to get that alternate strategy, which is probably not a good way to go if the track's still a bit damp. You're going to be quite a bit off the pace with your tyres struggling to warm up. You have Brown Wolf, is that Sammy coming out of the pits. You have Brown Wolf coming out of the pits. You have Jake coming out of the pits on the mediums. You have... Is Sammy there? Is Sammy alive? We have not seen him. Bit worried now. Matty spin. I do agree with that, Chaos. Good. Matty coming into the pit box, about to pop on the slick tyres. You do have Lewis in quite a bit of traffic here, as he's getting very close. I think Jake loses his front wing. Not that, I don't know how he's done that, but that is a bit of a messy track for Lewis, and he is surely not going to get a good lap here. Blitz, Spinala. Who do you want to spin, Blitz? I think we all want Matty to spin, because Matty, who likes Matty? Certainly not me. As Rambo is coming out onto the softs. Softs, for me, best thing to do, because it pretty much guarantees you into Q3. Now, if with Tasty gone and Sammy just dead, just not alive, I would say you could probably get, if you're one of the top drivers, you could pretty easily get in on the mediums, as you only have to beat 3 people then. As Lewis crossed the line, still not a good time at all for tier 2 on the softs. Definitely being obstructed there. So you got Brown Wolf coming up, locked up there, not the best, as Harley crashes somehow. That is weird. I do not know how that's happened. Jake comes in to repair that front wing. My6 on a lap, going through the first sector, coming up here. DRS, 8th gear, much power as you can. Want to break around 50. Oh, and she slings it into there. flat out through here. Want to just flat out it. Here you want to get a slight lift, downshift to 7th maybe. Just keep as speed as you can through here. Going down to 3rd here, it is looking like a bit of a shaky lap at this point. But it's still a reasonable lap. Anyone ahead of her on a lap, Shane is on a lap, 6.7 seconds faster as of right now. But Lewis is coming into the pits. Shane coming across the line, going to be doing a 1:08.2. Still not fast enough for me. As my 6 seconds up, probably not the pace you want to be setting here. I don't know if it's just the track is that bad. Goes into 3rd. Brown Wolf sets a 4th time, not a very reasonable time though, saying that. Walking coming out on the mediums. Hitman on a lap, we'll watch him, probably one of the favourites to win the championship. Rambalorian of 1:07.4. The track just must not be with these guys for them to be doing these slow laps. I say slow, they're not bad, but all their time trials are definitely a lot faster than this. As we have a few that you have not seen yet, but Matty on a lap. Hitman, we're going to carry on with him. 7.4 seconds up, coming into the final sector. Going to be crossing the line in just a second. This is looking like a good lap. 1:02, 1:03, 1:04, looking like a 1:07. 1:07 flat. Now that should keep him safe. For me, that should keep him safe. Brown Wolf goes 2nd, I think. As we have next across the line is Walking, starting his lap on the mediums. My 6 comes into the pits. We are going to go on board with Pokemon No out lap. Is anyone else on their lap now that's going to be crossing the line soon? Rambo is, but is down coming into the pits. Brown Wolf out of fuel. He's going to have to hope that's enough. Hitman not going fast at all. As we have Matty about to cross the line for his lap. Because of that, we're going to go on board with Walking, as I think he's the furthest along on his lap, actually going fast. He has these slow people ahead of him, but he is not trying. He is backed out of this lap. Maybe trying to save his tyres to go for the very last time he can, to get the best track that he can. So we are going to go on board with Pokemon Jakob, with a big traffic ahead of him, a big train of cars, which is not what you want to see for him. On his flying lap, he's going to have to hope everyone gets out of his way here very nicely, and Mac almost gets in the way. This is a very hectic last sector. Matty will come across this as well. Watch Matty coming across this traffic as we see pretty much, actually pretty good, and he's going to get a bit of slipstream here, but Jakob comes across the line, sets a 1:06.6. We're going to see the track keep on getting better. Matty comes across the line 8 seconds up almost, as he sets a 1:06.7, sets him into 2nd, a 10th behind Jakob. So we see next across the line we will see we'll see Sammy on the mediums. We'll see how he fares compared to the soft runners. He has invalidated, and we'll see Walking how he's going to compare. We'll see Walking next across the line on his flying lap on the mediums. He is probably going to be a bit slow here compared to everyone else. Coming up to the final sector, the final corner. Last sector is just a corner and a straight. 7 seconds up on his time. Right now a 1:08, which is not fast enough really. You're going to see how he is coming across the line, looking like a pretty decent time here. He's going to set a 1:07.3, sets him into 5th. See if that is him safe. As we are going to see Mac come across the line, 1:06.5, sets the fastest time. We're going to see Lewis coming across the line 2 seconds up, going to set a 1:07.4, sets him into 8th. That might be a bit hit and go for him. Jake starting his lap. Evo in the Sammy in the final sector, final corner. See how he is coming across the line. Just this very long straight, very agonising straight, especially if you're in first without any DRS. Very easy to overtake up to turn 1. Sammy goes into 10th, just about comes in, but he is going to have to continue this lap if he wants to try and get in there. Jake will most certainly improve ahead of him, but Jake is not trying. He's going to just settle for where he is in 13th. He's going to be getting 13th and 14th for the Alfa Romeo guys. Not a good quality session from them, but they will have tyre strategy if they shall want. What did I just say? Sammy 7/10 down. We are looking like this is our top 10 with Mac in first, not pushing. Matty, Jakob in second, Matty in third, Hitman in fourth, Brown Wolf in fifth, Walking Chaos in sixth, Rambo in seventh, Lewis in eighth, Shane in ninth, Evo in 10th, Sammy in 11th, and my 6th in 12th. Now, it was a alright Q2, but this is where the action comes. Q3, Mac fastest in Q1, fast in Q2, looking like an easy way to pole for the main man, the VRA driver, my academy teammate. We all rooting for Mac as Evo comes into the pits. Why'd you do this to us, Evo? Please, just retire. Please, Evo, please. My teammate, my guy, Mac, my guy. Oh, as we're gonna have to wait for Evo to come into the pits. That's just peak on Owen, Jake. That's just peak on Owen. I must admit, I think Chaos and Mac are going to be shooting out for pole here. Maybe a surprise of Hitman or Matty, the two people, 1-2 in the chat, unless Mac is second. But Mac, Matty and Hitman are 1, 2, 3 in the championship. In what order? I do not know, I just know Matty is leading. But Chaos will definitely have the better strategy, starting on those mediums, have the softs on the low fuel run at the end. So if he gets a good starting position here on the soft run out, which I'm going to guess, I don't think the rain will come back. But Kieran Froome wants Matty to get P3. Please Matty, get P3. Matty says, me and Hitman are joint top. Well, that settles it. Matty and Hitman joint top, Mac in third. Mac wants to get that lead down. He wants to win the championship. He is looking like he is the favourite to win and get pole here by getting fast in Q1 and Q2. Mac is behind by 5, so if Mac wins, he takes a lead. Now, what we all want, we all want Matty to crash, don't we? We all want Matty to crash. We want Mr. Spinala to crash. Matty has gone from literally not getting a podium, not getting a win, not really doing anything in tier 2, to winning the championship almost. Only 3 rounds left after this, I think, and 4 rounds left after. How many rounds is it? Who's never won? Mac has never won in this league, so he wants to change that. He wants to get the win today. Looking very good to do so. After this, 3 rounds left. Bahrain, Belgium and France. Matty, if he can win this, get a good lead, he is looking like a very good favourite candidate to do so. Missing out on round 2, getting the game just literally 2 hours before, getting home 2 hours before the first round Abu Dhabi, and getting second. He is looking like a very, very, very good candidate on this game, and looking like a very good contender for tier 1, let alone the championship. Is Tasty not ready up? Let's just ping him in the chat and ask him to ready up, please. There's always one. There's always one. Oh, thank you, Tasty. That's very nice. Alright. Q3, the fight for pole. Are we going to see a Max Verstappen domination of qualifying here? Are we going to see Matty get pole? Are we going to see an outsider? My prediction for pole is... I've got to go Mac. I've got to go Mac. My fellow VRA guy. I've got to go Mac. Represent the team, my guy. As we are going to wait for the first person to come out, it is going to look like a Alpha Tauri of Walking Chaos. He will be the guy we are going to follow for the first lap. Coming across the line first, he will. Expecting big things of Walking Chaos, you know. He's got a very good time trial. He's got a 5.7, a very reasonable time trial, especially for tier 2. It is pretty much tier 1 pace, that time trial. So he is looking like a very good candidate for pole and the win. So that's why my money is on this guy. The other favourite for me is Mac right behind him. So these guys are going to be crossing the line first and second. So we'll be seeing who gets the better banco, the better edge off the start. Boost their confidence for that second run and hopefully will remain on that pole as they cross the line. So you're going to slow down, get a good exit here, right? Although it doesn't really matter, you'll still get the top speed through this very long straight. It is, I don't know if it's longer than Baku, but it's very much like Baku. A little corner, little dink at the start of it, and then just flat out for the rest. As he comes up, he wants to be taking tarmac here, wants to just get the wide line, sweep in here, get flat out, want to just get as much power as you can down here, flat out. Going it up into 8th, activate DRS, want to be braking around 50 here, fling the car in. Just get as much power as you can out of here, add a little wobble, that's not going to be the best, lose around a tenth there from that, maybe even more. He wants to just fling the car in here, keep as much speed as he can. Coming up here, he wants to just slow the car down, get a good rotation round here. Chaos always first out. Yes, he is always first out. Coming up into Sector 3 now, looking like a reasonable time. I forgot to get the telemetry up. I forgot to get the detail up. I forgot to get the lap data up. Anyway, Sector 3 is a 50.0, looking a good few sectors. But I don't know if it's going to be pole worthy. We'll jump on board with Mac as Chaos crosses the line. Looking like a 106 for me right now. We'll see what he gets. So he's going to get a 106.7 as Mac crosses the line quickly. He is looking just up on it, I think. He's going to get a 106.3, 4 tenths faster. He's looking like very confident. Hitman crossing the line, other favourite probably to get pole. Shown his pace in this tier. As he gets a 106.5, separates them as it's going to be Pokemon Yakov next. Across the line, Shaken gets a 107.7, Yakov gets a 106.4. So we have Rambo crossing the line, gets a 113. F1ABEEZ crossing the line, looking about a few tenths down at the moment off that Sector 3. A 107.3 as we have Evo crossing the line next. Hasn't invalidated. Matty getting a good slipstream behind him. Evo taps the wall there, I'm not sure what that's about. Matty crosses the line, 106.6. This is looking like a very interesting fight for the pole here. 1 to 6 separated by not even 4 tenths. Looking like very good times here. As with Rambo, the only one who hasn't set a time. I wonder if anyone's going to time here. I doubt it. I reckon everyone's going to come back into the pit, slap on a fresh set of tyres and get ready for their final or second run. It depends how many they do. They could do 3 runs, but I don't know if they'll have the tyres or the time to do that. I tried to do that in Baku and it did not work. Ended up missing out on my final run completely and sacrificed pole by doing that. As Rambo is going across the line again, going to set a 107.1. That was weird on the lap data. It looked like he was getting a 105, but no, suddenly jumped up by 2 seconds. Cuts that corner completely somehow. I'm not sure that's not a validation. Opens DRS. I don't know if he is pushing. It doesn't look like it with his ERS not going down. He's on recharge. So we see Matty, is he going to come into the pits? Matty is coming into the pits, so we can see Brown Wolf come into the pits. Yes, we are. We're going to have to wait That's my dog, ladies and gentlemen. Very nice. He's obviously just seen a bird outside. Little. Everyone in the pits, set from Rambo, not on a lap, recharging, going to come into the pits. We're going to see who is going to be first out of these guys in the pits right now. My money would be on Mac or Walking as they came in first. Mac, why are you saying oh my? I mean, you're currently leading by around 600, so a reasonable gap. I know you can go faster, and I know you will go faster. But yeah, this is looking like a very interesting last lap, and we're going to have to see who's going to get the edge on it. We're just going to have to wait, see if anyone does a 3 laps, or most people will probably do 2. And my throat is hurting. No, not from that, from commentary. Antonio Giovinazzi. As we see Brown Wolf going out again. I don't know if this is his final lap or he's going to try and attempt to do 3 laps. I'm not sure about doing 3 laps here. I think he's left it a little bit too late. Push laps around 107, 106 minutes. And an out lap will probably be around 2 minutes. He's probably going to have enough time to do the out lap, do the lap, get in, and probably not have enough time to go out again. So this will probably be his final lap, but we have some entertainment here. So thank you very much, Bramwell. Thank you very much. Shane is also following him on the lap. I would say you would probably want to go out around about 2 minutes time. Get a nice slow out lap. Save your tyres. Warm up your tyres while doing that. Go out around 2 minutes. Get the track as warm as you can as you go out. And you are sorted then. Who is that? Aston Martin going out. It is Rambo. Okay, let's follow Brown Wolf on this lap that he's about to do. Alright, getting the wide line here. Coming up to the finish line, starting his lap. Going to want to get a wide entry here. Clip this curb. Goes a bit wide, loses a bit of time there. Can't carry as much speed as he wants through there. Activate DRS, 8th gear. Coming up to the, I'm going to call it the 3rd corner. Flings it into here. Flat out, foot to the floor. Come up here, you want to brake around 50 meters. Carry as much speed as you can through here. Invalidates. Yes, it is very easy to invalidate. There you go, a bit over the curb, and it is invalidation. As we are going to watch Shane on his lap. Going down here, brakes around 50. Goes wide there, going to lose a fair half attempt there, I would say, maybe even more. Goes wide, invalidates, as we're going to watch Rambo now. Pokemon Jakob is coming out. We're going to watch Rambo on his lap. Sector 2 and Sector 3. Brown Wolf is slowing down for all his lap again. And he is going to go once again. Going to watch Rambo though, as he has already started his lap. Brake at 50. Fling it in here. Go flat out already. Carrying a lot of speed through there, getting a bit wobbly, but it's fine, still very fast. Fling it into there, carry as much speed as you can. Don't go wide here, you will invalidate, as we saw with Brown. Go down into 2nd, going here, staying in, going back down in 2nd, up to 3rd, short shift to 3rd, get good traction, down to 2nd, 3rd, 2nd here, get good rotation, flat out through here. Trying to get the closest to the apex. You don't lose time by the distance. Clipping the grass there. You can't do that on this game. Remember, you could do it on the last game. You can't do that on this game. It isn't looking like a very good lap. As he crosses the line and he's going to get a 107.1. For some reason it said he's getting a 104. So it's very weird. We have to see Matty out on the lap, letting people go past. He doesn't need to. They're all on out laps, Matty. So we are going to see Brown Wolf cross the line and 10th up, and he's coming into the pits. Is he going to get? He is going to try and get in, change his tyres, go on some fresh set of tyres, and get back out in time. It's looking like a tall order though. Not sure about it. We have Shane coming up to the finish line, 7 tenths up. looking like a high 106 at this point. As he gets a 107 flat, jumps up into 7th. So we see Hitman starting his lap, Matty starting his lap. Do we see an Alpine starting his lap? Yes, Lewis is starting his lap. We are going to jump on with Matty, our championship leader, coming across here, looking like a very good few corners. Activating DRS, 8th gear. Again, want to fling into this corner. As he does do so, all that gets close invalidating, gets a bit of grass, not the best there. Walking Chaos getting out of the way nicely. Matty looking good here, carrying a lot of speed through there, looking good. Going down into 2nd, clipping that apex, looking good, very tight, very narrow. Coming here, good traction out of there, getting a bit wobbly though, not the best. As he goes down into 2nd. Comes here, looking like a very decent lap from Matty. Look at the sector 2 time, as he doesn't set fastest, but it does improve by half a tenth. He is going to jump Hitman at this rate. But Hitman is on the lap. Hitman crosses the line, sets a 106.1 rapid lap from Hitman. Matty sets a 106.5, stays in 5th, but does secure that place by a little bit. As we see Pokemon Jakob coming up here. He is next across the line. Pokemon Jakob activates DRS. Crosses the line and gets a 106.2. Goes up into 2nd, a very good lap from him. As we see Lewis, as we see Evo crossing the line, 2 tenths up. He sets a 107.2, jumps ahead of his teammate. So you see Brownwell crossing the line, stays where he is. He is going to get another lap. My timing is wrong. We see Mac coming across the line, just up. Not going to be enough to get pole at this rate. He needs to improve. Oh, and he doesn't. Just about misses out. That had 9 thousandths down. We see Hitman crossing the line again. Is he going to improve? No, he is not. As we see next across the line, Matty does not improve. As we see next across the line will be Lewis, 3 tenths up, looking like a pretty decent time. Goes up into 9th, just beats his teammate. It's a battle of the Alpines here. And we see Brown Wolf, is he still, or has he left it? He looks like he's still on his lap. Last chance to even get any higher. Walking, disappointing from him, I would say. Disappointing, just did not find that lap, could not hook it up. Brown Wolf coming across the line, looking like a pretty decent time here. He does not cut that curve at all, really. And he stays where he is, just down. He could have maximised more track there. And definitely a wasted chance from him. As we have Jakob and Evo going into the pits. Please just retire in the pits. Well, that is the grid. We have Hitman pole, taking pole by just over a tenth of a second. And then we have Jakob in 2nd, Mac just missing out in 2nd by 9 thousandths. We have Matty, the championship leader, in 4th, Walking Chaos in 5th. We have Brown Wolf in 6th, Shane in 7th, 8th we have Rambo, 9th we have Lewis, and 10th we have Evo. 11th we will have, I cannot remember, but last in 6th here, and a long qualifying for him to sit through, as we will check the incidents. Oh, that must have been bad. Walking Chaos got this and next lap invalidated. Why he could not improve, that is. Lap 1 is going to be interesting, Sully. It is going to be interesting. But we are looking forward to it. We're looking forward to 36 laps around Interlagos. As it is looking a bit foggy, you know, it is looking a bit foggy, going to look like it's going to be hard to warm up these tyres on the formation lap, but the temperature you get in will be key. Do you see the Valtteri Bottas mechanics? They're just looking like, here, this guy's not even here, this driver's not even here, why do I have to be here? Just sitting in the garage. God, I feel sorry for them. God, I feel sorry for those mechanics. Probably off getting a nice porridge and coffee. Just gonna get a moment to chill, have a sip of my drink, get my throat back for this race, as it's going to be interesting. I think very close. We'll see a few DRS trains, I think, as we're on the formation lap. Hitman will lead us away here. As the order is Hitman, Jakob, Mac, Matty, Chaos, Brownwolf, Shane, Rambo, Lewis, Evo, Sammy. Oh, and Michaela did not move from the line. He is DSQ'd. Jake just behind her. The two alphas, not a good quali. Both got out in Q2. Jake and Harley. Then we have Tasty behind him. And we have Kieran at the back. Did not get a lap time in and went out due to wet weather. Are any of these guys going to crash with each other? Get a DSQ maybe? Now let's check tyres. I didn't check tyres. Tyres are soft, 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 medium for Chaos. Soft, 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 medium, medium for Evo and Sammy. Michaela is on the hards and has DSQ'd already. Those hards are going to be as cold as my fridge. Jake and Harley both on the mediums. Tasty on the hards and Kieran on the mediums. I do not think you need to go on the hards here. Especially with safety cars coming out. You can do a medium soft quite easily. And with safety cars, you never know what's going to happen. But hards is not a good choice, I don't think. As we watch these guys. Oh, what an overtake! What an overtake, Jakob. What an overtake. Oh, and we have Brownwolf. Oh, double overtake. Double. Oh my god, what's going on with my words? Double overtake from Brownwolf. Oh, and they're coasting through. Oh my god. Well, anyway. We are going to ride on board with Matty, but we are going to go like this. We're going to see all the cars line up. The 5 lights are going to go out. 5 lights. And away we go. And away we go. And Jakob looks like he is. Man, is he going to dive up the inside there maybe? No, he is not. Brownwolf looking like a very good start. Matty trying to wrestle him for 4th. Not going to work. Matty goes a bit off track. But Brownwolf goes up into 3rd. What a start. Oh, and Evo, no. Looks like he has been spun. Has not lost his wing though. We're going to look for Chaos coming into this corner. Looking like a bit. Oh, and Rambo has been spun round. I'm not sure what happened there. Just like a Seb. Is he going to come right through the pack like Seb did? Jakob right on the back of him and going to look to get ahead of him here maybe. Matty looking right on the back of Brownwolf, looking to get revenge back on him for Brownwolf jumping him off the start. Matt looking like a slow start and kind of dropping off the guys here. Let's get the telemetry up, let's get the lap data up, let's get all this up, let's get professional here. Hitman of course gets the fastest lap. Poking all the intervals are completely messed up right here. I hate this pitch. Can you please get it patched? Like, Walking Chaos is obviously not a minute and 10 behind Mac. Oh, and Shane going to go for a late overtake here on these. Oh, and Jakob! What's happened to Jakob? No! Oh, Jakob in 2nd has completely lost his wing. That is awful. Matty is in 3rd. He's going to want to get past Brownwolf and challenge Hitman as soon as he can. Otherwise, Hitman will be leading the championship. Mac, on the same hand, will want to get past all of these guys so we can take the lead. Looking like a very interesting championship battle here. And coming to the end of the championship. Coming to the end of the calendar. They are all going to be wanting to win as many races as they can out of the last 4 races. Brownwood looks like he is just losing out to Hitman here. Matty, is he going to go for a move? No, he is not activating ERS. Mac is activating ERS, but has turned it off. Shane just off the back of these guys, walking still in Shane's DRS as the intervals are finally sorting themselves out. Let's go. Harley looking like a good start from him up into 7th. Lewis looking like an alright start at 1 place, I think. Let's check no one's got a penalty. Position change. Brownwolf up 4. Blistering start from here. Matty up 1. Mac down 1. He's not looking for that. He wants to go up them, not down. Shane up 2. Good start from him. Walking Chaos down 1, but you know that's going to happen on those mediums. Harley up 7 on the mediums. Absolutely blistering start. Lewis up 1. Jake up 4 and Sammy up 1. And Tasty up 4. Looking like good starts, kept clean and stayed out of danger. Michaela is still on the hards. I don't know if she's just struggling for pace here or what's happening to her. Pokemon Jakob has pitted for wing damage. Kieran Frew must have pitted for wing damage as well. Is on the hards looking to go to the end. I mean, we can check if they have stopped. Jakob and Kieran have both stopped. Rambo didn't stop. He did get spun round though, so that is not looking ideal for him. At the front, Matty going for a move. Matty going for a move. Has he got it? No, he hasn't. He's just behind, but he's going to try and get him back here with DRS. Going to look to absolutely go straight past him. Mac right behind him, going to look to go past him, following Matty through. Not going to happen, but Matty is through into 2nd. He's going to look to hunt down him, and Brownwell goes a bit off. Mac's going to look to capitalise on this, and Mac just hit the wall. No, Mac. Oh, but he's lucky to not be out, but this is looking very bad for Mac. He has no front wing. Everyone's going to storm past him. He's going to look for a safety car to bail him out. Not going to be one. Michaela has come into the pits, going onto the mediums to the end. No, not to the end. She won't make it. But Brownwolf just clinging onto the back of Matty. There is a yellow flag. Oh, no. Is that Tasty? No, Tasty's spun. Mac is dropping down the order with no front wing. Lewis zooms past him. Jake is not going to go past him. It's just a straight now. Mac is going to come into the pits and change that wing. Very unfortunate for the guy, but you know, he just got on the power too eagerly. I'm not sure if he made contact with Brownwolf at all, but he did end up in the wall. Brownwolf 6 attempts off. Is he going to get past? No, he's not. He's on 11% ERS. Where has that gone? Shane also on 10%. These guys are not good at managing their ERS. Rambo on 11%. Hitman's on 40%. Matty's on 50%. Looking good for these guys. Matty and Mac is saying that's Brownwell's fault. Not what you want to hear. You don't want to be hearing contact between drivers. Mac is down in 13th. Going to be looking for a comeback drive. He is on the hard tyres end. Hoping for a safety car to bail him out, maybe. Going on home for a late safety car when everyone has made a pit stop, so Mac is back into it. We'll just keep it on penalties for now. Matty trying to get back to Hitman, has gained a 10th this lap, luckily. Brownwell just on the back of him with DRS, that is looking frightening. Matty's going to have to look behind and make sure he doesn't make a mistake. And Jake get past Lewis, late braking. Oh, and that's going to be a warning. Lewis has got past on the outside, looking like a good switchback there. And Lewis, neither of them has got DRS. Jake is going to look to make a dive up the inside. Not going to happen. He's too far back. Unless he can... Yeah, he's too far back. The two alphas are sticking together. Maybe they can work together to get through this pack as they need to, as they had a bad qualifying. See, walking on the back of Shane, not losing him. Maybe the softs are wearing out now. Mediums are looking to be better at this point. Brownwolf is still on the back of Matty. Matty has lost 3 attempts to Hitman, 4 attempts this lap. Not looking like a very good lap for Matty. He wants to rein him in. Oh, and Rambo has got an 11 seconds for corner cutting. What is that about? And he just spun out Evo. I don't know what has just happened there. He's going to let Evo pass, but that is some dodgy driving from him. Definitely an incident might go in about that. And Walking has got past, and Brownwolf has also got past. A double overtake. It's like Alex Albon and Max Verstappen at the 19 Brazilian Grand Prix as they made a duck on the Ferrari and the Merc in the first corner, right by side. Oh, and Shane has had a spin as he lost his front wing. I don't think he has. I think he's kept it out the wall. It's just spun. Jakub has had a spin as well. Has not lost any front wing though. This is looking like a spinny occasion from him. Oh, and Shane, as he just retired on track. No, he's crashed himself out, I think. That is not very sportsmanlike from him. All these guys would probably come in for a pit stop, maybe going on to the halves to the end, maybe try and stretch it out on the mediums. I do not think the mediums will make it though, or they will be absolutely dead as can be. Let's see what Himmel's going to do. Is he going to come in for the pits? He is going to come in. Brown Wolf, is he going to come in? He is coming in. Matty's going to follow him. Chaos is going to follow him in as well. Surely they're all going to go on to hards. Oh, Matty tried it. Oh, and he's got a 5 seconds in the process. Made the position, but not what you want to see. Did not get that car slowed down in time. Lewis also had sped in the pit lane. Rambo has left the session DNFing. The tyres these guys are going to go onto is mediums for all of them. No one's going to try and go hard to the end. I'll tell you what it is looking good for. It's looking good for Mac, who's going to be brought back into this. Surely comes in. He is not. He's going to just stay on his strategy, go on to halves to the end. As people have got penalties now. Quite a few have got penalties from speeding in the pit lane. Not what you want to see. Mac is going to be in 10th, maybe get past Harley. Harley's coming out the pits, and he does it in 9th. Mac is going to just look to try and get that comeback drive and stay with the medium runners as the mediums just wear out, because the mediums won't last at the end, or they'll be extremely dead that some old hards can easily overtake them. Matty will be hoping Hitman gets held up by Jake here on the oldish mediums, so Matty can swoop by and take the lead. This is good for Matty. Thanks, Travis. I need some warm water. Rambo, I'm not sure what happened there. I didn't catch it. Oh, unlucky. Oh, Jake, that's a bit. Yeah, it's a bit wobbly. It's gonna bring the pack back to 1. It's gonna bring everyone back. Oh, Lewis, that's a bit annoying, but it is what it is. Michaela in last. Not a very good showing from her, but she's gonna look to try and get back on the safety car. Evo comes into the pit, surely gonna go back on the hards. Try and go to the end, maybe. Oh, and no, he's got wing damage. That's why he's coming to the pits. Gonna go on to softs. They're gonna try and get a jump on everyone on this safety car and slice his way through the pits, through the field. Safety car will probably be in this lap, as it has been out for 3 laps now, I think. We're just waiting for Evo to catch up on those softs, so you should probably do so by sector 3 maybe. I'm not really sure, but I think the safety car will come in. Well, let's hope it comes in. Please come in. Safety car is, other than formation lap, the most boring time on this game. And is safety car in this lap? No, it is not. We're out for another lap. Any questions in the chat, maybe? Now just sit tight, grab some popcorn, ladies and gentlemen, and prepare for the next bit of this race until another safety car comes out, maybe. But everyone's on the mediums. I think they might be able to go to the end on these actually. With the long safety car out here, let's watch Evo come up to the back of the pack. As Evo is up to the back of the pack, we're going to come in this lap. Finally, we're going to see some racing as Jake is going to lead the back of the pack. Jake will obviously be looking for another safety car to go onto those softs at the end. So really, if that doesn't happen, then his strategy is really well and truly screwed. As his mediums are quite significantly more worn than everyone else's, and it's not going to look extremely good for the lad. Yep, safety car in this lap. Jake is going to back up the pack, try and get a good exit, as he's going to need a good safety car restart to even try and keep on to this first place. He's going to try and back up everyone and try and stay in first until either another safety car comes in or until... Oh! And that is Brownwell's fault as he is behind. Matthew will be putting that in to the stewards as he is behind. So Matthew will be getting that taken off. Oh, and they've gone already. They've gone already. That was did not expect that. Brownwell has... Oh, the Rebels are getting a bit racy here. That's a bit... I don't even know what's going on there. As we look behind, and Sammy has just pulled off for some reason. What is that? Sammy, mate, race them. Why are you just pulling off for? Oh, and we see quite a few cars here. Oh, and Tasty's gone off. Oh, that's a shame. Matty, what has happened there? They just lost straight up to Hitman. 3 seconds behind already. Has he lost some front wing or something? Oh, well, this is a good camera angle, isn't it? Look behind us. Brownwell, Lewis, Walkin, Harley, Mac is just behind them. There's a train of about 5 cars here. We want to see the front wing of Matty. He does not have front wing. He's just lost a lot of time to Hitman here. Hitman's going to try and get past here to Jake. And Hitman, is he going to go for a dive on Jake? I would doubt it here. But he might still try it. No, he backs out. It's not worth the risk, especially having a 3-second gap behind. As Matt comes into the pits, surely he's got front wing damage, I would guess. As Evo also follows him into the pits. Really questionable strategy from those guys, as they should have pit on the safety car. Max should have pit on the safety cars for those mediums when everyone else did. Now he's going to be quite a fair bit behind, as Hitman's going to go for a move on Jake. Maybe no, he was right behind him though through that corner. Kieran through him 3 seconds. Brownwell got past Matty. Matty really lacking some pace on these mediums. Already lost a second to Brownwell. I'm not sure what it is, as he got front wing damage that I cannot see, but from the off board he does not have any front wing damage. But anyway, this is the battle to see. Harley up to Matty. Oh, and what's happened to Brownwell? He must have spun. Oh no, that's a shame. Yeah, Brownwell must have spun. DRS is enabled. Hitman has surely got to get past Jake here. This is not good news for Matty, not being able to catch up to these guys. Surely with Jake holding up Hitman here, he should be getting onto the back, but Mac is not happy with what has happened today. But a shame for him. As Walking Chaos gets past Lewis, Harley is going to look to get through as well, maybe. No, Dick can't quite squeeze his car through. Is he going to try and get through up through the inside? No. Oh, but he does get past. Oh, right. Lewis did kind of close the gap there, but Harley was not alongside, so you can't really question that. Brownwolf and Jakob are on the back of these guys now. Jake's still leading, but surely Hitman is going to get past here with DRS enable some DRS, pushing him to higher top speed, activating ERS, going to get past it, probably even before the first corner, with Jake draining his ERS, not coming into the pits, trying to just break that slipstream. But Hitman absolutely flies by with ERS and DRS, not even a contention in it. Jake tries and sticks out the inside, does not work. Jake will try and get past at this next corner, however. Hitman not activating ERS, Jake not activating ERS either. Hitman now activating ERS. He is not going to try and get past. Hitman did place that car wisely in the middle of the track. Fair enough defending. Good defending from him. As Walking has got past Matty, Walking looking like the fastest out of these train of cars. Mac fastest in the session, showing he has that pace but not the consistency. Michaela is on the soft, looking just to try and get fastest lap or something. She really needs a safety car to save her race. Jake on 13 lap old mediums, he's going to try and just hold out until, I'll probably say, like lap 24, another 10 laps on these mediums, which is going to be very tough, but he's going to try and go onto the softs at the end and hope for a safety car just to bail him out. Gaining on Hitman though, has kept the DRS, has kept in the DRS range of Hitman for this entire lap. Now he's going to try and get a good exit here, has not got that, got the worst exit, he's not going to get past it, but he's going to try and just stay with Hitman, stay ahead of Chaos. Matty is losing the back of Chaos here, not the best. He's got 80% ERS, so surely you got to start draining that to stay within him. Lewis, Harley and Brownwolf are all in a DRS train with all these guys. Jakob just off the back on the hards, going to the end maybe. Kieran Froome quite far back in a just world of his own, no one around him at all. Jakob 3 seconds, the penalties for me is going to win people this race. Going to get you past. Jake almost out of that DRS. Sammy gets a penalty. Jake is now out of that ERS. He's going to have to try and get back in, and he does not. He's not going to get DRS for this straight. He's probably just going to allow Hitman to zoom off into the future. Although, no, he has got DRS. He's just past the detection point. He got DRS. He's going to just gain up to Hitman here on this straight. Just is his goal to stay ahead of Chaos. Oh, and Harley on the back of Lewis. He's going to send it up the inside here. Fastest per sector 3. A bit of contact between them. Lewis goes wide, and Harley's going to try and get the good traction out of that corner. Going to activate DRS, ERS. Oh, and Wiz passes. Lewis does not activate ERS. And Brownwolf on the back of Lewis. He's going to also try and follow him through. Does not happen. Matty losing the back of Chaos. Does not look to have the pace. Not a good day for our championship leader, down in 4th, and his championship rival up in 1st. Looking like a haul of points Hitman is going to gain on Matty here. Oh, and and Tasty has gone off again. Not looking like a good day for him. Maybe his setup is just not stable, but he is spinning a lot. Jake is still in the DRS. Hitman is not losing him as fast as he would want to. He'll want to get out of this DRS. Jake on the back of him, maybe going to look for a move into the second DRS straight. Is he going to prepare an exit here? Maybe get a good exit. Try and get on the back of Hitman though, and he's not got that exit. He's not going to get past. Maybe he doesn't want to get past. Maybe he wants to stay in this DRS. Someone has spun, and that is Lewis. Lewis has a shame for him. Very big shame. He's looking good in this race. Now down to 8th and very far back from everyone else. Pokemon Jakob on the back of Brownwolf, on the back of Harley, on the back of Matty. Matty is leading this train. He wants to try and get on the back of Chaos, but Chaos is just too far ahead for that to happen. Walking Chaos is 1.5 behind Jake. Going to want to push as hard as he can to get on the back and just get past him as fast as he can to get onto the back of Hitman maybe and try and go for the win for this race. But at this stage we have a slight DRS train here. Brownwolf is probably going to look to get past Harley here, looking like he has the pace on him. Very good exit here. Harley a bit wobbly on the exit, and he's going to try and use the ERS, just drain all of his ERS. Harley not using his ERS, but Harley a significant amount more ERS. Harley has not as DRS here. Pokemon Yak are going to look to line up and move as Tasty retires. Hello, hello, I'm back. I actually have to do something, sorry. Okay, so I'm sure you enjoyed that on board with Kieran Froome. Hey. Alright, Hitman still in the lead, walking just behind him, but Jake on the softs. This has worked perfectly for him. And to the end, Matty gone on to new mediums, going to look to cut through the field on those. On the back of Harley now. I just sprinted up the stairs there. Jake on the back of Walking Chaos going to dive up the inside. Now, if he can go to the end in these horse, I think it is his race to win. His strategy has been the best. Strategy has been king of everyone. Evo on the pits. I'm not sure what happened to Mac there, but he has fallen back off the back of everyone. Now, Matty's going to look to want to get past Harley straight away. He wants to get onto the back of Hitman right now. He wants to not lose any points to Hitman. He wants to actually gain points on Hitman. Right now he's stuck behind the Alpha. This is looking like a very good day for Alpha if it can stay like this. With Alpha in second and fourth after a very disappointing qualifying. Chaos in third, sort of on the back of Jake, but Jake is looking very fast here on the soft. On the back of Hitman, going to drain his ERS here, get past Hitman. Going to try and get up the inside. No, Hitman blocks it off as he's going to just stay in his slipstream. Maybe send it up the inside, but if DRS is enabled here, I would stay back for a second. Stay back for a second and get DRS on the straight, but no, he's going to go up the inside here. Hitman on the right of him, looking like a bit squeezing out from both of them. But Jake does get past, but Hitman I think will get DRS here. No, he doesn't, he's just going to drain his ERS. Jake is going to probably send up the inside here with the better line and gets past. Now he's going to want to just extend this lead as much as he can on the guys, on the old. Oh, and Matty gets past Harley as Harley goes wide. I'm not sure if Matty pushed him wide there, but he's going to want to get this 2-second gap down as much as he can. With Hitman and Chaos both on way older mediums than him. Matty is going to easily go on to the end on these mediums. Oh! That was a very, very good save from Matty, but not what he wants. He wants to not make any mistakes. He wants to get back on the back of Walking and Hitman. Hitman 8 tenths off of Jake. Chaos right on the back of Hitman. It's looking like Hitman has got the pace. He's looking like Chaos has got the pace on Hitman as Michaela goes for a little spin and loses her wing. Mac is right on the back of Kieran. Mac is wanting to use all of the pace that we know he has and get back through this field. As we are looking here, and Chaos has not got past Hitman yet. Mac gets past Kieran, who sets the fastest lap of the race, looking like he is very pacey on these mediums, but just needs to get through this field as fast as he can. Harley trying to stick to the back of Lewis and Matthew and gets a 3 second in the process on those very old mediums. It's going to be hard for him to stay on the back of them on fresh mediums. Lewis on the back of Matty though. Matty's just not gaining at all. Chaos is on the back of Hitman, not getting away. Jake is out of DRS. This is what he needs. He wants Chaos and Hitman to fight here so he can extend his lead. As Jake's sauce will deteriorate quite quickly now. Matty's mediums are going to be the best at the end of the race, so he's going to want to just push as hard as he can here. Get onto the back of Walking and him, and he's going to want Walking and Hitman to fight, as they are going to do now. As Walking goes on the outside, Hitman sends it up the inside to defend and stays there. That is good defense from Hitman. Hitman's going to be under pressure here from Chaos with the DRS. Chaos activates DRS, ERS, and enabled. Walking Chaos does not get past here. Hitman stays ahead for another. This battling is just going to invite Matty in, but Matty with that penalty of 5 seconds, it is going to be hard. It is going to be hard to try and beat Hitman here. Unless Hitman gets a 3 second and Matty can pull a 2 second lead. Right now it does not look like it. Matty's just staying at that 3 second gap and is not gaining it. It looks like Brazil is not a strong track from Matty right now. Matty has gained a bit of time here though. We would love to see Matty join this fight. We would love to see Matty join this fight just because it will be entertaining for everyone. Jake, 1.5 second gap at the front is looking like here is his win right now. Just do not make a mistake. Just nurse it to the end, Jake. Save your tyres as much as you can. All we can care is 3 seconds. It's looking good for Hitman here. Just keep Chaos behind and you get that second place. Matty has lost time again to these two. This is not what he wants. Lewis is going to be attacking him soon. Harley on 13 seconds of pens. He needs to just control his pens because he's going to lose out a lot to the guys behind. Come on, Matty, get a move on that. Come on, we're all waiting on you. Matty will want Lewis to get another penalty. Just keep that fourth, because fourth to second, it is not a terrible gap. It is about 6 points there, so it is not a terrible gap he's going to lose, especially if he is good at Bahrain, Belgium and France. Then he is still in this championship. Hitman gains on Jake, with Jake's softs now deteriorating from now on probably. Another 10 laps to go on his softs, and he has already done 7 laps. He's going to be on 17 lap old softs at the end. They are going to be absolutely terrible. Walking comes into the pits for some reason. Has he got front wing damage? I'm guessing so. Oh. And he does not change his wing, but he goes onto the softs for some reason. That's a very interesting tactic. He is just don't really know what he is going for there, as Harley goes into the pits, serving a 5 seconds, going onto the softs as well. Jake in the lead by 2 seconds. Hitman just behind him. Matty wanting to push and get onto the back of Hitman now. He wants Lewis to get a penalty as well, just to secure this for him. He will also want Jakob to maybe get another penalty. And he will definitely want Mac to get a penalty, as Mac is showing good pace on those mediums by having the fastest lap, I think, right now. Yes, the fastest lap by around a tenth and almost a half. Almost a tenth and a half. Evo, 3 seconds penalty. He's not one to normally get the penalties. He's normally quite a clean and conservative driver, but clearly he is struggling at this track on this game. Jake's tyres are looking like they're deteriorating now, looking like 2 tenths down on that lap. And they're just going to get even worse. But Hitman on very old mediums, on 19 lap old mediums, they are going to be absolutely hurting right now. And the more time that goes on, Matty should be gaining more pace on him. And it looks like he is just a bit, gaining a tenth in that first sector. He's going to be wanting to push as hard as he can. This is your time, Matty. This is your time. Just get a move on, Matty. Come on. We all know you can do it. But yes, I think Jake will win this race as long as he does not make a mistake, as long as he does not get a puncture. Sammy and Kieran both come in for the softs. They're going to go to the end on those softs. It's very interesting how many people are going onto the softs at the end here, even though they do not want the track position. Sector 3. Oh, and Lewis, that is awful, but very good for Matty now. He's got a 2 second gap to Pokemon Jakob, which he needs to keep that third place. He will need Jakob to get that penalty just to make sure he will just keep that. Although he will actually get that 5 seconds removed, I think, because it was under, he served his speeding in the pit lane by pitting for those mediums, so he will actually get that removed, so his third place is safe right now. Just do not get a 5, do not get a 3 seconds, Matthew. Just do not get a 3 seconds. And actually, just get inside of 3 seconds of Hitman and get that 5 seconds removed, and you're in it, Matty. You're in for it. Come on, Matty. The Hitman is going to be on 28 lap old mediums. What is that yellow flag for? It's for brown. It's for brown Sammy. It's for Sammy. Not really sure why there was a yellow flag, but there was one. Yeah, Rambo, I agree with you. I think Jake will win. The Irish Beast, the Alfa Romeo, doing it for the team. Matty is just losing time to Hitman here. He cannot be affording to do that. He needs to get within 3 seconds at least, just so he can hope Hitman will get a 3 seconds. So he hopes Hitman will get a 3 seconds. The warnings are looking like, for Jake, it's looking like 2 warnings. He's very close to that penalty. Hitman, he's on 1 warning, looking good for him. Matty is on 2 warnings. All that is looking close to getting a penalty there. He needs to drive very conservatively. Jakob is on... Pokemon Jakob is on 1 warning here. Oh, safety car, who's binned it? Oh, Evo, no, that's a shame. That is a very big shame. Jake will maybe come in for the pits here. He cannot afford if everyone else goes into the pits. Hitman comes into the pits. Is Matty going to go into the pits, I wonder? He is going to go into the pits. Jakob stays out. He's going to go for a track position here. Everyone else going to be on fresh softs. He's going to be on 11 lap old mediums. Anyone else going to stay out? Lewis comes into the pits. Chaos stays out. This has been a blinder of a strategy from Chaos on the slightly fresh softs. He's going to jump almost everyone. He's not going to come out ahead of Jake, I don't think. Maybe he is. He's going to come out ahead of Jake. He is now in net P1. Well, I say net P1. He should get past Jakob quite easily on these softs. Everyone else is going to come in for the pitch. Jakob, not too sure about that strategy. Matty will be on the back of Hitman, and Matty has actually served that 5 seconds, which is a shame. Matty has served that 5 seconds. He will not get removed, but he has still stayed ahead of everyone that he needed to. He did not lose out on any positions there. Penalties are looking like 3 seconds for Chaos and Jakob. I do not think they will be getting a 1-2 there, because people behind them are on fresher softs. Are on the freshest of softs, and they will both have 3 seconds. Even if they can't get past, I do not think they're going to get a 3 second gap to Jake, Hitman and Matty. Mac is brought back into this on fresh softs. He is going to be one to watch in that 6th position. Going to try and cut through the field, try and even get the win here, if he can get that many moves done. Harley is somehow down to 3 seconds penalties after being on 13. He must have got 10 seconds of penalties that he served in the pit lane. That is weird. But yes, let's hope the safety car comes in soon. Okay, so it's looking like a sprint to the finish, and we are going to have 1 more lap of safety car. This is looking good for Chaos, however. But no, he's got 3 seconds. I do not think finish on the podium here. I think that if Chaos didn't have a penalty, I think he'll definitely get the win here. Okay, final lap of safety car now. I think the person... Ooh, Jakob! Did he actually just crash into the wall? That was just lag. That was very weird there. Well, while we're under safety car, if anyone is watching, anyone got any questions at all? Well, this has been a quite eventful race here, let's say. But yeah, final lap of safety car. We will not see another safety car this race, as there is only 4 laps left. There's going to be 3 racing laps left to sprint to the end. The fastest tyres will prevail here, I feel. Matty will look to get a good restart compared to Hitman, jump ahead of him, and then Matty will be in the lead of the championship. Anyone who finishes ahead of Hitman or Matty will lead the championship, with them being equal in points. Mac 5 points behind. He'll need to get 5 points lead on either Hitman or Matty to even take their position. Tom is at his parents' wedding blitz, so he cannot commentate today. Safety car in this lap. Jakob will back everyone out. It'll be interesting to see how early he goes, how slow he goes. I think he's going to back them all up to the line, or maybe just go now. He goes now, gets a alright safety car restart. The best safety car restart was probably Harley, who jumps past Lewis. Oh, and Hitman tries to go up the inside of Jake there. Almost does it, but walking will probably get past Jakob right now. Jake's fight is not Jakob, or it is not Walking Chaos. It is Hitman and Matty right behind him. He does not have any penalties. All these drivers just have to focus on not getting another penalty and can jump the guys at the front. Mac right on the back of Matty. Oh, and Matty goes wide. No, that is horrible for him. Right, he's trying to go up the inside of Mac here. Oh no, and he gets a 3 second. This is awful for Matty. Oh no, you got to feel for him. You've got to feel for the lad. He did just go wide there. Not much could have been done. Mac did not particularly squeeze him out. He was just desperation to get past Mac there. He does eventually get past Mac, but that is his race over, I think. Jake got a 4-10 cap to Hitman. I think it is Jake's race. You are right, Rambo. I think it is Jake's race. Hitman, right, just losing time to Jake constantly. Jake on the back of Walking Chaos, going to go around the outside on the fresher rubber. Is he going to make it stick? Oh no, and he spun! Jake! Oh no, oh that is awful. That is heartbreaking for the lad. Oh, you gotta feel so bad. He got a 3 second in the process, and that is his race over. Hitman will now win this race, I think. But Jake, oh, you've got to feel for the guy. That is absolutely awful. I do not know. I think Chaos did squeeze him a little bit and probably is at fault. If Jake wants to put in a ticket, he can feel free to. Hitman doesn't even have to push here, just stay ahead of Mac and you have won this race. Mac will have to push as hard as he can, get past Matty and put pressure on Hitman. Matty has got a very good exit, going to be right on the back of Hitman. No, but he's not going to use ERS. Hitman is draining his ERS. Matty is now draining his ERS. Going on to the final lap, DRS will be activated. And this is looking like a very intense fight. Matty looking to get past Mac right on the back of Matty. We're going to look at Mac the most again here, I feel. He has to get past Matty and put pressure on Hitman to win this race. If he wins this race, he gets to lead the championship. The 3 championship leaders, 1 to 3, are all so close here. And Matty is right on the back of Mac. Is he going to go up the inside? No, he does not make it. Jakob and Walking Chaos are backing everyone up. It is looking like a very tight thing. Mac, is he going to try and get... Oh, and he taps the back, and I think he has got wing damage. He does not actually have wing damage. Oh, and he taps the Matty again. This is looking a bit sluggish from both of them. Mac, is he going to go... He does not dive up the inside. I think Mac is going to come second. Hitman is going to get first. And Matty is going to be all the way down there in 5th, I feel. Matty's going to be in 5th. Not a good day for him. But nothing else could have been done. He got that 3 seconds, which he did not need to. He could have easily got second. Hitman is going to get past Jakob on the line as he comes home to get the win. Very, very good win for Hitman. Takes a lead of the championship by quite. Mac following that in second. He does go into second in the championship, but still still quite a bit behind Hitman. Hitman will have a. So who got fastest lap? Fastest lap went to Chaos, and neither of them got fastest lap. Hitman would have got 25 points, and he would have gained 7 points on him. So now Hitman will have a 12-point lead at the championship. And you have just got to feel sorry for Jake. Awful race at the end for him. Looking so well to win that, and you've just got to feel sorry for him. Maybe not his fault, maybe Chaos's fault, but still, what a race. Very good race. Thank you everyone for the quality of racing tier 2. Very good way to start. Few dodgy moments, but you cannot take away from that. This is the podium. Hitman first, Mac in second, and Walking Chaos taking third. That was a good, interesting race. Now let's see if any of them want an interview. If anyone in the chat wants to ask any questions, feel free to do so. Send them in the chat and we will get the interviews starting in just 1 second. Let's try and get Chaos in if he wants to. Yes, Mac, we will have interviews, lad. We will have interviews. Hello. Can you just include your audio? Oh no. Oh yeah, my stream doesn't let me do interviews. Oh, that's a shame. Oh well, lads, I can't do interviews today, but well done Chaos, well done Mac, and well done Hitman on your podium. And that will be it for the stream. Thank you very much everyone to watch, and thank you everyone.